What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Huddle Up YouTube channel. Today, I'll be giving you my Week 15 NFL predictions. If you guys enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and if you disagree with any of my predictions, let me know in the comments. Without further ado, let's get straight into this. First off, tonight on Thursday Night Football, we have the Atlanta Falcons going into Tampa Bay to face off against the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers losing to the Saints last week really threw me off, but I don't think that's a proper representation of their skill. The Falcons, on the other hand, have been pretty stale this whole season, and I don't expect them to change that tonight in Tampa Bay. So with that being said, give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Starting off Sunday hot, we have the Cleveland Browns and the Chicago Bears. I don't think anything needs said about this game. Give me the Chicago Bears at home. Shedeur Sanders has been playing alright football, but they just haven't been getting the job done enough. And the Bears have been running through teams, unless your name is the Green Bay Packers, of course. So yeah, I'm taking the Bears. Then we have a rematch from 2 weeks ago between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals, which the Bengals won last time. I think Joe Burrow really means business, especially giving Josh Allen such a run for his money last week. And Lamar Jackson in this Ravens offense, other than that fourth quarter, didn't really play very well. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I think Lamar will go into Cincinnati and beat the Bengals at home. And with that being said, it might be an upset, but I'm going to take the Bengals to sweep the Ravens this season. Next up, the Los Angeles Chargers are coming into Arrowhead to play against the Chiefs. And of course, the Chargers just came off a big win against the Super Bowl defending Eagles, but a lot of teams have been doing that this season. And I don't know if that means they're good, mediocre, I'm not sure. But one thing I do know is that the Kansas City Chiefs have just been so lackluster this year, they don't have an identity. So with that being said, it might be a hot take, but I'm going to take the Los Angeles Chargers, and I think Justin Herbert gets the job done, which would officially eliminate Kansas City from the playoffs, by the way. Next up, we have Game of the Week, in my opinion. We're going to wait off on this one, actually. Coming in next, we have the Washington Commanders coming into New York to play against the Giants. With Jaden Daniels re-injuring his arm, and Zach Ertz being out for what looks like the rest of the season, I don't think this Commanders team has enough firepower to keep up with anybody. Not to mention, Jackson Dart has played like a dog. And that Giants defense has been pretty well at getting the job done on defense. And Jackson Dart has proved that he can run an offense. So with that being said, give me the New York Giants. With the next game, we have the Las Vegas Raiders heading to Lincoln Financial Field to play against the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, the Eagles just came off of that game against the Chargers where they lost due to a game-losing interception. In overtime, by the way. And the Las Vegas Raiders coming off a loss to the Broncos. But I'll be honest, I don't think there's any way the freaking Eagles don't win this football game. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles. Next up is the underrated, in my opinion, Jaguars at home defending against the Jets. And I'm going to be honest, bro. The Jets, they're definitely racing for something, and that's the first overall pick. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence has been on a hot streak, and that Jaguars team has been getting it done. And I don't think enough people are talking about that. Next up, we have the Houston Texans playing at home against the Arizona Cardinals. And this is another game where I think it's a no-brainer. The Houston Texans defense has been on fire, and CJ Stroud's finally finding his identity. Meanwhile, you have Jacoby Brissett barely putting up any points against anybody. So I'm going to go with the no-brainer here and pick the Houston Texans. Next up is my game of the week, the Denver Broncos at home in Mile High Stadium against the Green Bay Packers. Now, of course, I think Bo Nix is the best player in the National Football League, and I think Bo Nix is the greatest player of all time. And if you're asking me, the Packers are a bunch of frauds. But that's all very biased, and I'm not about bias on this channel. But either way, bias or not, I'm taking the motherfucking Denver Broncos. LA Rams at home against the Detroit Lions. I think this game is going to be a great game. Matthew Stafford is playing against his old team. Jared Goff's playing against his old team once again, clashing at it again. Matthew Stafford has been on a roll. Matthew Stafford is pretty much a good, solid top 3 on an MVP candidate, and I don't think he's going to slow down, especially not against this banged-up Detroit defense. Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Jahmyr Gibbs have been doing all right, but they're not the Lions we saw a couple years ago. With Ben Johnson gone and on the Bears, I don't think we're going to see that Lions team until at least next year. With that being said, give me the Rams. The team that's on fire, the Carolina Panthers, coming up against the New Orleans Saints. I think the Panthers is a sneaky potential playoff team, and I don't think the Saints are going to stop them. Bryce Young has been showing why he was a number 1 overall pick a couple years ago. And Tyler Shuck, while being okay, just isn't a great starting quarterback in my opinion. I mean, he hasn't been in the league long, so it's too early to tell. But I think Bryce Young and the Panthers get this game easily. Next up, we have the Tennessee Titans coming to San Francisco to play against the 49ers. Now, the Tennessee Titans are coming off a win, but that win was against the Cleveland Browns. So I don't think they're going to be able to keep up with the San Francisco 49ers offense, who, by the way, has been playing incredible. Brock Purdy is back, and he's been playing good football. Christian McCaffrey is Christian McCaffrey. So I don't think the San Francisco 49ers have any problem getting out of this game with a win. Next up is a very controversial game. We have the Indianapolis Colts heading to Seattle. And with Daniel Jones going down with an Achilles injury, Riley Leonard not playing, and Anthony Richardson out with an injury, they had to resort to 44-year-old grandfather Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers hasn't played football in 5 years, and he's the same age as Troy Polamalu. So I don't know how well he's going to play football after 1 week of practice. However, one thing I do know is that the Seattle offense and defense have been rolling teams. And I don't think that's going to stop. But I believe in Jonathan Taylor and Shane Steichen. And I think somehow the Indianapolis Colts will head into Washington and get a win. Sunday Night Football is going to be a fun one. The Dallas Cowboys versus J.J. McCarthy's Vikings. J.J. McCarthy is coming off a beautiful game. Dak Prescott's coming off a beautiful game. And with the Eagles losing multiple of their last few games, the Dallas Cowboys still technically have a chance to make the playoffs. And I think the Dallas Cowboys at AT&T Stadium will have a field day against this Vikings defense. Give me the Dallas Cowboys. And then we ended off with Monday Night Football, the Miami Dolphins heading to Pittsburgh. The Miami Dolphins are a confusing team, and I don't know if that's going to change. I don't know if they're going to play good or bad. I don't even think Tua knows if he's good or bad. But I do know one thing for sure. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, and I think he will have no problem pulling out of this game with a win, especially against that Dolphins defense. But one thing I do know is that Aaron Rodgers is a very talented quarterback, and he has a pretty good team around him, and he has a very good head coach as well. And I don't think the Steelers are going to lose to the Dolphins. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, but don't think I forgot. Game of the week. This is going to be my game of the week pick. Buffalo Bills going into New England to play against the Patriots. Now, the Patriots did win earlier this season. They beat the Bills. It was an upset. They were surprised. Everybody was. But will Drake May's Patriots beat the Bills twice in one season? A lot of people think no. A lot of people think yes. Which way will I lean? I'm not going to lie. I think the Patriots walk out of there with a win. I think the Patriots are going to sweep the Buffalo Bills this season. So that's it. I have a lot of home wins this week. A lot of home wins, actually. So to recap, my game of the week pick is the Bills losing to the Patriots. My lock of the week is going to be the Bears beating the Browns. And my upset of the week is going to be the Colts knocking off the Seattle Seahawks with Philip Rivers at the quarterback position. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure you drop a like and comment any disagreements you have with me. And we can surely talk about them in the comments. And I appreciate all you guys for watching, and have a good day. And I'll talk to you guys on Monday with the results. See you guys then.